Debbie. I was 8 years old when I made a bold decision. I was terrified of the constant academic pressure in China, so I decided to study abroad in Cyprus with my aunt. At that age, all I wanted was to escape from a mountain of books and test papers. I had watched my older cousins staying up past midnight, dragging themselves from one tutoring class to another. They looked exhausted, and I kept asking myself, why does learning have to be this painful? With that question, this confusion, followed me onto the plane to Cyprus. When I arrived, everything felt different. Fewer exams, more discussions, more space to think, more space to breathe. And that I felt, I made a lot of friends, and yeah. So slowly I realized I was seeing the world through two pairs of glasses. The Chinese pair I grew up with and the new pair I was handed in Cyprus. But they don't always fit together. I realized when they're together, wait. When I arrived in Cyprus, I was scared. So everything felt different. Fewer exams, more discussions, and I made a lot of friends. And once, when I was struggling with advanced math, my teacher told me, my teacher told me, mistakes are clues, not failures, so let's solve them together. At first I was shocked. Where was the panic? Where were the rankings? But then it hit me. Learning should not feel like a race. Redefining success, even quietly, is a form of innovation. When confusion pushes you to question the right way to learn, you're actually building a rhythm that actually fits you. When returning back to China, I thought this confusion would disappear. Instead, it evolved. Reverse culture shock hit me hard. During class discussions in Cyprus, disagreement was straightforward. I remember when I had a bold opinion in class, a classmate just said, "No, I don't think so. Here's why." However, in China, the same moment sounded like this. I remember sharing a bold opinion in class, and a classmate responded gently, "I like your idea, but maybe we could think of it in another way." I froze. Was my directness too harsh, or were we having honest conflict? This time, the confusion wasn't between me and them. It became conversation within myself. Can I keep the honesty I learned abroad while embracing the subtlety of my own culture? That messy, uncomfortable wrestling was me innovating my own identity. So here's the biggest thing I learned. Confusion is not a dead end. Confusion is the spark that ignites innovation. As I moved between cultures, I began asking bigger and deeper questions. The world today is full of the same kind of confusion, not between people, but between generations, systems, and cultures. When these confusions collide, we are forced to innovate. That's why our generation is asking questions no one asked before. Just like, how should development balance with nature? How can technology understand human emotions? Or how can we create harmony between different ways of living? When these confusions are together, innovation starts. So yes, I still wear my two pairs of glasses, but I no longer fear the blur, because That blurry space where confusion lives is exactly where creativity begins. Don't run from confusion, innovate with it. We're a generation living in enormous change. Technologies, careers, identities, they shift fast. So next time you feel confused, don't rush to escape it. Go get a pen and write down one question that your confusion makes you ask, because that question is a seed of innovation. Thank you.